the 10 best ways. Wow, it seems like so long since we've been together. And I do long to be together, to play some games, to have some craft and some teaching, and to pray for you. I wonder if you're ready for today's story. Well, let's get ourselves comfortable. Ted's here, but I think he's having a nap. Chewy's here. No cat today. Have you found a quiet place? Let's get ready inside to meet God in His sacred stories. I am here. 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 Well, today's story, we need the desert. And I have a piece of the desert here. And remember that the desert, it's a dangerous place. Let's see if I can get our desert ready here. No one goes to the desert unless they have to. There's not much food in the desert. If you can't find food, you could die. There's not much water in the desert. And if you can't find water, you could die. And the desert is always moving. So it's very easy to lose your way. And if you lose your way in the desert, you could die. The desert is a dangerous place. And people don't go there unless they have to. When the people of God crossed the waters, they were free. They could go where they wanted to go. They could do what they wanted to do. And they celebrated. And Miriam, she led the dance. But where would they go? What would they do? Where would they go first? What was the best way? God loved His people. And He loves His people. And He wants to show them the best way. And so He gave to them the 10 best ways to live. You may have heard of them as the 10 Commandments. And the people began to travel across the desert. They followed smoke by day and fire by night. And they began to complain some of them even wanted to go back to Egypt. There wasn't enough food. And there wasn't enough water. But God showed Moses and gave them food and gave them water. As they drew close, following the smoke in the day and the fire at night, they came closer to the great mountain. But the closer they got, it was more terrifying. It was covered with smoke and fire. And when they came close, no one would touch it. No one except Moses. Moses left the people gathered at the foot of Mount Sinai. And he began to climb the mountain because he wanted to draw close to God. And as he climbed the mountain and disappeared into the smoke and the fire, the people couldn't see him anymore. But there Moses drew so close to God, and God drew so close to Moses that Moses knew what he wanted him to do. God wanted Moses to write the best ways, the 10 best ways to live on stone and give them to the people. And so Moses came down and he gave the tablets of stone, the 10 commandments. God gave them to Moses. Moses gave them to the people. And the people gave them to us. So what were those 10 best ways? Well, if you put them all together, the 10 best ways to live are to love God, and love people, because God loves you. Well, the first of these 10 best ways is do not serve any other gods. Next is to make no idol, no statue, nothing more important than God. No idols to serve. use God's name respectfully. I think you know this one. Honor the Lord and rest on the Sabbath day, or the seventh day. Honor your father and your mother. I think you've heard that one. Do not kill. Do not break your marriage. Do not steal. Do not lie. And 10, do not want what others have. This is hard. God didn't call them the 10 easy ways, but the 10 best ways to live. They're like a path, a stepping stone of how to go through life the best way. Some would say they're impossible, but we are meant to try to follow the Lord's way to the best life. Now I wonder if there's one of those that you like the best. One of those commandments. I wonder what's happened in your life that made you think that's so important. I'd love you to enter a comment on your Facebook page and show me what you like the best of the 10 best ways. The story or the 10 best ways themselves. I wonder if you think there's one that's more important than all the others. You got one? Why? Why is it so important? You could tell me that. I miss you guys. I'd love to hear from you. And I wonder if there's one of these ways that's a little bit like you. Maybe one that you find really hard, or it's hard because someone's not following it very well and it hurts you. And God knows they hurt when people don't follow those ways. That's why He gives us the 10 best ways. Well, thank you for joining my story. I so hope to see you soon. God bless you all.